Good evening. Today marks a milestone in Ninja Coder's development. Today we are moving from beta to stable. What does that mean? It means that we have a stable build of Ninja Coder. It means that this version contains less bugs. It means that it is more stable, doesn't crash as frequently as the last version. Of course, you will not know that the last version was crashing because I had to be careful while demonstrating. But this version is wonderful. It is the first stable release, version 1.0 stable. Of course, we have it for Linux currently, that is Debian. So it will work on Kali, it will work on Debian 12, Debian 13. To work on any distro, Linux distro that is founded on, that is built upon Debian. Ubuntu is built on Debian, and I've not tested on Ubuntu, but you can try the app image version on Ubuntu and let me know the results. Of course, now that the Debian version is stable, we can port to Windows 10 and Windows 11 anytime from now. Of course, still with your support. So that's a good thing that we have a stable version, and Windows 10, 11 can now roll out the programming line. Wonderful. And of course, very soon I'm hoping that this location here will contain the Mac OS version, that is iOS. So we're looking forward to that. And if you want to download, you can download either the deb package or the app image. The app image can run on its own. Just make it executable. No need to install. Download, make it executable, install, then run it. But the deb package, you have to install it. You have to use apt install and then the name of the package. And if you don't want to register, because on this website we ask for your email address, not for anything nefarious, just to know the number of people that are using the software, that have downloaded the software actually. So, but if you don't want to give us your email, not password, sorry, email. If you don't want to give us your email, head out to appimagehub.com, appimagehub.com, and under programming, click on programming. You should see Ninja Coder, which was uploaded 6 hours ago. We keep on developing. I keep on updating. So head out, click on it to load it, and then you can download either the app image or the deb package. And please show some love, like it and rate it, so that the world will know that now we have advanced. Perhaps one day Nigeria will become one of the top 10 when it comes to software development. So let's make it happen. Now also you can become a sponsor. We have a shout out to our sponsors, Hope Alive Model School and Hams Out Services. Wonderful sponsors. We are hoping that you will join us. You can become a bronze sponsor. Click on donate. Bronze sponsors, you can give us just donate anything, coffee break, utility expense. Show some love. If you want to become a gold sponsor, that means you want to sponsor Arabic language. More on that later. Or you want to add a specific language. Maybe you are a governor, you are a senator, you want your language, you want people in your environment to program in your language. Go ahead. Or you want just to be a silver sponsor. What we will just do is that we'll make sure that we showcase your sponsorship here on this page. Our bronze sponsors, we have 3 of them on the line. Silver, we have 2. Gold, just 1. This one is 3 on a row. Silver is 2, while gold sponsor is just 1. It's like your home page. So sad news. This news happened in March 28, 2026. The latest one is that a lot of our children are in the forest, and Ninja Coder is actually designed, Ninja Coder code editor is actually designed to stop something like this. Look at this. I think they were around 13 or 14 years old, which means they ought to be in school. You see, the mission statement for Nigeria Coda is to reduce bandits and kidnappers from taking charge of our youth, taking charge of our children, using them. Because if we don't use them, somebody else will use them. That's just the truth. So we need to imitate what Chief Obafemi Awolowo did when he made sure that the Southwest was properly educated. Please, the President Tinubu, the governors in the Southwest, in the East, in the everywhere, Northwest, Northeast, North Central, please sponsor education. Otherwise, bandits will take charge of our children. You can stop it. Once they have the textbooks on Nigeria Coda, they can code in Hausa, they can code in Fufudi, they can code in Igbo, they can code in Yoruba. You can even say, okay, had this language. We had it. It's not rocket science. We're going to demonstrate that very soon. So whatever, if they have the software and they have the textbook, which will be in all the languages, and of course sponsors will have their page dedicated to them. So please do something, so that as people are talking about our free education today, they will talk about you. The word is enough otherwise. So let us go ahead and demonstrate some features in Nigeria Coda. This is the splash screen version 1. Big milestone, Eureka. And then this is the application itself. Now it's starting with Hausa. Of course, we can change the language. So Bakad as well, that means welcome. If you change to English, that is, of course, like I said, welcome. And you can also switch to Yoruba, Ekabo, and you can switch to Fufudi. Fufudi, Bishma, Igbo. No, I don't know how to pronounce this in French. So, but it means welcome also. So let's switch back to Hausa, Bakad as well. Now, we want to start a new tab, 7 tab, and I want to write the program that, because in the last video I demonstrated how to generate time multiplication table in Yoruba, that is vertical, but now I want to demonstrate how to write multiplication table horizontally, which is a bit harder. But remember that Nigeria Coda is also based on the Python, so this is going to help us because we're going to make use of a list. List contains a number of data in a list, and we are going to generate dynamic lists. So just watch as we proceed. So table is a variable equals Shiga number. We want to enter a number, an integer number. Shiga number taburi nawa, which roughly translates to how many columns or how many tables, but how many columns actually. So we are going to save the number of table you type into table, and then want to now create a list that will generate times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4. If you type 4 as table, it will show times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4. So we say Lakabi, which is label in Hausa, Lakabi equals, we want a list, F string, because we're going to use some variables there, times L. I'm using the L in Lakabi, so I want to use a keyword called Farah, which is start. start. Let me just select that, but I'm changing this I to L. Looper in English is loop, but since there's no one-on-one word for Hausa, we just use looper. So what this means that it means loop a set of commands a fixed number of times. So this one will change this one to dia, that is 1. Zua table. So what this means is that if a table is 6, it means repeat x times 1, x times 2, times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5, times 6. So, and then store the value as a list. So now let me just show you an example. Booger. Let's print out. You can use any of this. Let's booger Lakabi. Just a test. So 7. Oh, sorry. I made a mistake. Run again. 7. So that's it. Times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5, times 6, times 7. So if you don't use Farah, if you use a word like 4 in Hausa, it will not give you 7, to give you 6. But Farah is a keyword in Nigeria that allow you to Farah and loop will ensure that the second value is exhausted before the loop stops. So that is a big addition. So let's delete this. And now what we want to do is that we want to actually print out the values in this one. Just printed the list. You see that this bracket, square brackets are still showing. So we send a command to print the values in the list in a way that will appear in columns. So for that we'll use a keyword. We say okay, booger. We can create a space or put it in bracket. Let's create a space. Booger. What we want to booger. That star means, that asterisk means what is contained in this list. Not without that is without the bracket, without the square bracket. So that's like a pointer. So booger what are we boogering? We are going to use F string again. M marker B. I think someone is knocking, but it's not at our gate. 15. So, but we need to put this in braces. So it means that print this content, use 15 column spacing, left align. That's why we are using this less than symbol. It means this content will be printed left align, 15 spaces. And I want to use Farah again. Farah. But this time around, we're going to use Farah M Lakabi seeking Lakabi. So what this command does is that it will take the value that has been generated here, that is all this value, to take all this value and then space them by 15 columns and then print them. So let's check. Let me clear this. let's say 5, 5. So that is it. 15 column, 15 column, 15 column, 15 column. Notice that the square brackets are gone. So that is the title. That is the top part of the table. Having done that, let's continue. This time we are going to use a for again. We want to now create the loop itself, and the loop we are going to create, let's just use I. Let's say Daya Zua Ashirin, that is 20. Now the beauty of Niger Coder, because while training students on how to use Python, some of the challenges they have is columns. They need to remember that there should be column in some commands. So Niger Coder removes that. The need for column is removed completely from Niger Coder. You can still, but when you run the code, it will automatically add those columns and the things you forget. Some of the things you forget. So down and now within this loop 1 to 20, what we want to do, you can still use your tab. It's not necessary if you use what we call an end block. I will show that, but now let's just put the tab, and I'll show you how without the tab also, if I remember. So now we use the Jerry. That's Jerry is like a row. Jerry equals, again we're going to use the, we're populating a list. So but now we are going to say, okay, we want to use title. We want to put that title. So Taka, that is Take. Put this in braces. We are generating the multiplication table now. Take times high equals bracket Take times I. Where do we get the high from? This I. So it will produce, it will give us the table from 1 to 20. 1 times 1, 1 times 2, 1 times 3, 1 times 4, 1 times 5, up to 1 times 20. Then the number of columns in Techo. If this one is 20, it will be 1 times 20 to 20 times 20, something like that. So, and then we'll now have the guy that will execute the loop, Farah, but this one is now Taka. Farah Taka. Daya, we are going all the way to 1, 2, you are table. Okay, and now again Uga, and then the asterisk and the F string. We are printing from that Jerry. We just took that Jerry, and then 15 columns left align, and then Farah J seeking Jerry. So let's see what this will do. Clear. 5. Let's see, what's that error? The take is not defined. Oh, you see, I use stacker here instead of take. So that's why it's giving us error. So let me clear this. So run. 5. Good. Now you see that we have this for times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5.